Welcome back to We Care a Lot. I'm half the pod, Sam.
I'm the other half, Mel.
What's up, you guys? We are back with another episode about holidays. I'm pretty sure we've had one, right? Yeah.
Traditions
yes.
and that kind of thing.
The tradition one. Today, we're going to talk more about the more stressful stuff, which, holidays are just inevitably stressful. And I used to not get it as a kid.
It's like, it's so fun.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
It's so pretty, the lights, the gifts. And then you grow up and you're like, honestly, what age? Like, it depends for everyone, like what age you grow up in your family and are expected to do things, right? Like, when are you expected to buy gifts? When are you expected to participate in like potluck stuff?
Yeah.
Planning also, like I'm just naturally, see, for me, I naturally enjoy planning and like baking and doing things that I like put responsibility on myself.
I feel like I always had like some responsibility because I self-inflicted myself in that.
Or like helping day of too as a kid, teenager, maybe not kid.
Like I never was the kid that just showed up.
Yeah.
But there's a whole new level.
Yeah.
That
it was like
was
fun. It was fun before, like when you're 10 and you're like, I'm going to make a trivia game that we're all going to play at Christmas. It was like fun. But now it's like, okay, should we have a game to play? Like, does someone need to coordinate that? Should we buy the supply? No,
like me literally last night and Logan, we were planning like, because we're having like an early Christmas or whatever with her family, and we're like planning literally like Christmas themed like Olympic games.
You should do the laser one. The laser streamers. You tape streamers to the wall.
Oh, that's
and you make
fun.
It laser and you have to go through. I'll show you a video. I have the kids doing it.
Some of it, like, I think we are trying to keep it like really like not mobile or like super mobile because of Logan's dad. Yeah,
age disparities.
We can't have him thrusting.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But yeah, anyway,
fun. Yes, it's stressful as well, but fun once you do it.
Yeah,
for sure. First of all, family just expects things of you, which we talked about in traditions. Like, what do you mean you're not coming to Christmas? What do you mean you're not coming to X, Y, and Z? And that's just like a battle, a hurdle we all have to face, and sometimes set boundaries and say no to family, which is hard.
Yeah.
And sometimes necessary, especially if you're the type of family who has like a lot of events for a thing. Like, we're doing Christmas Eve and then we're doing Christmas Day and then we're doing the day after Christmas Day. Like, whoa.
It's even worse when like it's like at different people's houses.
Right.
It's just like you're spread so thin.
Mm-hmm. And you don't live near them or whatever. Or if you're visiting from out of town and you have to go to those things because you're staying at that person's house.
That's also crazy.
It's like, oh, I guess we're doing 8 activities. Yeah.
So fun.
Or like flying. I can't imagine.
Like people have to travel,
literally travel to see family for the holidays. Because like I went to LAX the week before Thanksgiving. Oh my God. No.
Have you not seen those videos of people literally walking like a mile and a half because LAX is so bad, like to get out of it. Like they'll walk like into the
traffic. You will get there faster for sure.
Yeah.
I did see they're building like a tram though.
From where to where?
I don't remember. But it is a tram that gets you like through. I think it's connected to the metro. I didn't look at the sign very long, but I was like, nice.
Gonna be great.
Gonna be great for everybody.
No, yeah, the fucking Uber like Lyft little queue situation. Not fun, I gotta say.
No. You probably pay a super big surcharge if you Uber to the airports. Well, LAX. It's either you're paying a lot to Uber to LAX and get a cheaper flight, or you're paying a little to Uber somewhere less busy.
Getting there is not bad. Because the person can drop you off right at your like gate or not your terminal, but
isn't there still like they're in the traffic with everyone, right?
Yeah, you're not paying more necessarily, but the little like it literally feels like you're waiting at Disneyland on like for a ride when you're like trying to get out of LAX. It's just awful. Anyway,
anywho,
stress management.
Yeah. So just like getting your family ready for what your expectations are for yourself and what boundaries you're willing to set. Personally, at this stage in my life, I don't have very many boundaries when it comes to holidays because I'm single. I live at home still. So, like, I mean, I could be like, I'm not coming to everything. That'd be really weird, though.
You'd be like, I just want to stay home.
Yeah, it doesn't exist for me. But I'm sure for a lot of people, there are some boundaries you got to set, especially if your parents or family is unreasonable.
Yeah.
It happens.
It happens.
When it comes to, like, money, the biggest thing I think we all worry about, especially if you are traveling, I feel like that takes up most of your expenses.
Or even if you're not, like...
Oh, yeah, just life.
I think that's what... I'm starting to feel the stress now. Like, it didn't really more so happen when I was, like, spending my money on just gifts and, like, worrying about saving for the end of, like, the year or whatever. Like, I remember when I lived at home and, like, I had, like, a part-time job. I had enough to buy gifts for everybody in my family. Immediate family. That's like a crazy.
You said, well,
but my immediate family for Christmas, whether it was something small, like I would get creative and I would have money and also like I had discounts at where I worked. So it was just like, it worked out for me. But now thinking about like having to pay all my bills and everything else, like
and get the same level of gift for people.
Yeah, not going to happen. This is a crafting year. For
always
me.
a crafting year for me, honestly.
I can't afford it. Like I literally can't. So I think that that's a big piece where like I'm also managing expectations with my
I was gonna say
friends too, but like financially, like expectations. Like don't expect. I'm like, hey Sam, don't expect
I'm
the
like,
biggest gift this year.
No, I honestly, I'm the type of friend who I don't expect gifts any year because like. For the friends I've had, like the long-term friends I've had, we usually don't get each other gifts.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of birthdays that we'd miss for each other. So not because we weren't, like, not like we didn't buy gifts when we saw each other. It was like we were not together for those birthdays.
Like, there's no gift to give.
Yeah, which like maybe that's our bad. Yeah, we could have shipped a gift, whatever. Anyways, so I never expect gifts. I feel like also people who expect gifts, the expectations, like that word expect is so bad.
It's so bad. I think they're in general...
Gifts are a gift.
Going back to the Grinch, like Christmas isn't about the gifts. It's about It's about spending time with each other
and my heart growing 3 sizes.
Literally, it's about the singing and
and I think like setting those expectations is fair also, and then figuring out like a priority. Like if there's kids. Of course, they're the priority because they don't fucking understand money. They're like, what do you mean?
Where's my gift?
Right. And even if it's handmade or whatever, I think for me, I've always been a crafty girl. So, like, making gifts or finding the most sentimental gifts has always been my go-to.
Yeah.
Which, I guess, like, when it comes down to it, it's like, what do you have more of? Do you have more money or do you have more time? Because they both cost something.
Exactly.
So if you have more time, DIY, sentimental gifts. And if you have more money, then just buy them.
You can get something that's like materialistic that is sentimental also. Like, not to say that, you know, you
like
buy
a nice diamond ring, some might say, Santa Claus. A nice husband.
That's what Sam wants under her tree.
I'm gonna wake up Christmas morning and see a man under my tree. That was actually really scary.
That makes literally
Kyle XY shit. No, thank you. Yeah, I think there's a lot of ways to like work around whatever your budget or limiting factors
also
are.
Like, yes, opening a gift is fun. You know, on
anything.
Christmas.
Opening anything. Yeah, make
Anytime.
it a ribbon. Just make it.
But like, I think we like had like a gift guide like last year or something where we were talking more about sentimental things. But we always say like the experience of things is a lot more important. So like if you wanted for someone to open something and you wanted to instead like take them to the zoo or you know, having a picnic together, I don't know, like making an effort into like them experiencing opening that type of gift versus like, you know, a pair of shoes.
Yeah,
or
personally, I just think it's really lame when people don't make it a moment. Like if you're just gonna, let's say, like print the ticket and just put it in a white envelope. I don't know. That's just not as exciting. Obviously, if it's a trip to Paris, I'm not complaining.
Give me the ticket.
Not complaining, babe. But like at least wrap it with a bow or like cute penmanship. Don't just write Like, you took 3 seconds. Like, ex-boyfriends for sure have done that.
Yeah.
Like, it's clear that morning you realized you didn't wrap the gift. Like, that, it's that part for me. Mm-hmm. Like, give me some effort. Put a little, even a little sticky bow on it. Like, it shows me you were at least prepared, or you stole it from someone who is prepared, right?
Yeah. Like, I remember one year, this is not a bad memory, this is a good memory. My brother had, like, given me technically, like, tickets to Disneyland, or, like, a ticket to Disneyland. But instead of buying the ticket, I don't know what his financial situation was like at the time. But even if, like, he didn't have the money at the time, he still made the effort to, like, print out, I don't know if he printed out, like, a fake ticket or what he did.
Like, admission 1 or whatever.
Yeah, but he had, like, written down, like, IOU, and, like, I knew it was to Disneyland. I forgot what the page said, but, like, he had made an effort, and he got a card, and he, like, everything. Like, it was just very thoughtful, and I thought that was, like, a really good way to do it. Because, like, even if you didn't have the money, but you're like, hey, I could save towards doing it. Yeah.
We'll do it.
It was, like, and then, like, I randomly needed a ticket for, like, I think we went for a friend's birthday or something, and I was like, oh my god, I have a free ticket, like, I should just use it. I mean, I was working at the time, so, like, I could afford it, but I was like, might as well. And then I was
damn it, I didn't think she was ever gonna cash it.
And I knew, and so I texted him, and I was like, hey, like, I'm thinking of going to Disneyland this week, do you think that, like, is that something that you can do? And he was like, yeah, for sure, tell me how much it is. So then, like, that was it. But also, like, with Disneyland, you kind of have to, like, buy the tickets and know the date, so it's like we no longer can just show up, you know. So I think that's, like, a really cool way to do that, is, like, doing the IOU kind of system.
Just, like, just thought.
Put a thought behind it.
Yeah.
That's it. Anyway, not a gift guide here.
Yeah.
Next is, like, navigating overall the social events of it all. Like, if you're like anything, maybe like us, we have moments of social anxiety and social, like, our social, no, I'm not even fucking saying that
barometer?
Right. Barometer, you know, is really either high or low sometimes. So really allowing yourself to sit and think about whether or not this is, like, emotional. Is this going to be emotional labor for you, or is this going to be emotional, like, benefit for you? Or is it something that's going to bring your vibes up, or are you going to, like, waste too much energy to be there? And really addressing that with yourself and being realistic about
how many things you can go to, or what times you want to go to things, or how much money you can spend on going to events. Because not even just, like, the social aspect too, there's also the financial aspect of attending an event. You got to bring something, or there's a gift involved because everyone wants to play those games where it's like you have to bring a $50 gift or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, also they're very fun, and it's just, like, a matter of deciding whether or not it's something you want to do. It's so interesting. I was just watching Jaclyn Hill. She is doing a whole, like, sober living life update, and she just posted a video where she was like, I used to like going to football on Sundays because if I'm at a bar and I'm drinking, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
She's like, now I don't want to be in a bar with loud screaming people, and I'm not, like, I don't care about football. I don't drink anymore. Like, that thing just doesn't serve me anymore. And she's like, and sometimes it still could. Like, if I'm with the right people and I'm just spending time with whoever, like, sure. So if you're, like, just navigating yourself in certain situations, the social aspect is, like,
yeah,
a lot.
I could see how that's even just, like, a person who, like, drinks stuff. I think, like, some weeks you're just like, I'm not about to go to a fucking dive bar and listen to people screaming at a TV.
Yeah.
I think I'm good on that. And instead have a self-care night or have a friend over for a movie. Like, I think it's okay. Also with the holidays, I feel like we're constantly, like, in this, like, go mindset because, like, there's event or thing after thing happening. Remind yourself that it's okay to, like, slow down and to take a beat and say no to something. Like,
yeah,
you don't have to be at everything.
And it's not even events too. Like, I was just thinking how we're like, let's go to Century City and go to that thing, which I want to do. But, like, I'm just thinking, like, things like that too, or, like, let's bake, or what else do people like? Let's go ice skating, or, like, bake cookies and decorate them, and I don't know, whatever other holiday things that we come up with. Sometimes you can't say yes to all of them, and you're like, low key, I'm kind of tired, which is fine.
You can keep it at that.
Yeah.
You could just say, honestly, I'm not really
Not really feeling... I'm feeling like the Grinch today, so you don't want me there. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Good, and it's holiday themed.
Yeah. Also, I just watched... What is it with Leighton Meester and that really cute guy? Some new holiday movie that came out on Peacock.
I don't think I've heard of it.
It just came out this year, and
something else.
It's basically like her and her fiance broke up, but he decided not to come home for the holidays, so they invited the ex to come home for the holidays.
Uh-huh.
And then he shows up to surprise his family, and he's like, what the fuck is my ex doing here? Yeah. So it was just like, honestly,
and then they fall in love again, huh?
I won't tell you. I gotta say, a side note from holiday stress management, I think watching movies about the holidays is holiday stress management. Because if I'm watching a movie where everyone's lives are imploding because of the holidays, but I'm just sitting at home watching a movie.
Like, oh, that's so okay.
I'm like, it's fine.
The things I'm going through.
It's nothing.
Completely normal.
Yeah, it's totally fine. So, just pro tip, watch movies that are more stressful than your life.
Yeah, dude.
Or less, depending on what vibe you're going for that night.
Yeah. Up to you.
Yeah, up to you.
I'm just going to say, like, maybe go back to one of their episodes about where we talk about grieving and, like, just how to cope with grief. But definitely something that comes up very strongly in the holiday season. There's a lot of memories that were made in the past, and things come up, and you want people there. And you obviously think about spending time with those that have, moved on to wherever else. But I think, like, understanding yourself and where you're at with that kind of movement and really providing yourself with, like, ways to either have support systems or again, like, going back to, like, knowing when to take a beat because you're not in the spirit of feeling joyful. And that's okay. But also you might have the support system that they're like, we just want you to be here, and that's okay too. I think sometimes, like, the holiday season can really bring, like, good distraction, but if you're just feeling in the moment of, like, it's not the day, then that's okay too.
Yeah. Grief. Yeah, we talked about that one heavy, so just reference that episode, I think. But Mel said it all. Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself and seek support for sure.
This one's a good one. Eating. We love to eat. But do the holidays throw you off your goals like anything else? Let
me tell you, I'm already thrown off.
I literally didn't work out for like 2 weeks. That's a lie. That's a complete lie. But, like, I felt like I didn't work out for 2 weeks because I wasn't on my 4 to 5 day a week for those 2 weeks. I was like maybe 1, 2, or like 2,
like 3. It was sporadic or whatever.
It was like, I'm just getting one in if I feel like it or can. And I was honoring my exhaustion. I was like, I'm fucking tired. I don't want to work out today. I'm gonna chill.
Yeah. I'm extremely thrown off. I haven't bought groceries in like 2 weeks.
What?
Because I have nothing but leftovers. I have food in the fucking fridge.
That's
Is
true.
it food that I should be eating every single day?
No.
I have, like, literally a pound of fucking mac and cheese in my fridge. There's no need to be eating that. Yeah. And I did for 2 days after Thanksgiving and probably a day before Thanksgiving. So it's like, I feel so, like, just shitty. And yesterday was the first time I had a salad, and that's all I had an entire day. Because I was like, not that, and I'm not trying to starve myself, but I just literally just, like, I want everything else out.
You need to eat at least 3 salads if you're gonna do that.
Well, no, I was like, I'm not eating. I'm not hungry. Like, I think I'm just, my body feels really disgusted.
Me having pumpkin pie every night.
Dude, I can't.
It's in my fridge.
That's what I'm saying.
I made fresh whipped cream last night. That's how dedicated I was. I was like, if I'm gonna have pumpkin
but that's
pie,
effort, and that's great. You made the effort to make it more special. I was eating cold fucking macaroni and cheese.
Cold? You didn't even heat it up?
No.
Why?
Because
it's in a tin that you can heat.
I'm just trying to get my life back together, after the holidays. It was a mess. I cleaned my house for like 6 hours. It was fucking awful. Anyway.
I love that.
I love that the holidays off my rocker, and I'm trying to get back on. I'm about to make myself some green soup today because
Ooh, that is a good soup.
I need to it all out.
Yeah, the holidays, they really they bring out the worst in eating habits. One, for me at least, it's like I'm so busy that I forget to eat.
That's what I'm saying.
And then you get to dinner and you're like, oh, I'm fucking ravenous. And now I deserve a slice of pumpkin pie with fresh whipped cream, you know? That's how it goes. And like also this year we're doing tamales literally like beginning of December. So it's like that's just a disaster. Like we're going to be eating so bad because all this delicious food's in front of us. The tradition is to like have chilaquiles in the morning. It's like, I can't say no. You're going to bring donuts? I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to eat all of it.
I'm going to eat it all.
I think it's like having the acceptance of like, I'm going to eat things that are quote unquote like unhealthy or like shitty foods, or let's call them fun foods. I'm going to eat fun foods, right? And not like stressing to the point where you're like literally making yourself ill, like because I think sometimes I like get really stressed out about like all of the stuff that I'm eating that's technically not good for me, and then that in itself just feels really backwards because then I'm making myself feel ill, or like bloated or whatever. And instead then just be like, okay, I'm gonna have these fun foods, and then tomorrow I'm gonna make sure that like my nutrition is up to par, because like when you
like
think
all I ate was carbs, I'll eat a fucking salad today, or have a smoothie,
or have a smoothie, or making sure my fiber is like on point tomorrow, or whatever. Like just making sure that you have like in your head that you're not doing something bad also. I think that's the big part. Like the minute you start doing that, then there's shame behind your eating, and that's never fun.
And it's also important if you're on the other like side of that, if you're just like, I'm gonna indulge because I've been indulging, because I do that too. I'll be like, like, what's one more day? Or like, I'll have another drink because it's the holidays, like making it an excuse, even though like normally you maybe wouldn't have that many drinks or have a drink that often. I think we can get lost a lot in the social aspect of drinking and eating. That it's like, it also helps calm social anxiety to be doing something. Oh my like, God, I'm eating, don't talk to me.
I ate like 4 times at Thanksgiving. Like I had my full plate.
I had 3 desserts, like small pieces,
but still,
but like, why?
That's me too.
Yeah,
like we were sitting like playing board games, and I would just like get up and get some more mac and cheese. I'm like, you're not even fucking hungry.
No,
just because it's in front of you.
Just want to eat it.
It's just
sounds good.
Anyway.
Yeah. So I think just finding the balance of forgiving yourself if you have the tendency to feel bad, because there's nothing to feel bad about, and also not overdoing it to where you feel like shit in January.
Yeah. I think you just be mindful about the things that you're putting into your body, because like eating those fun foods is still fun, but like you don't want to have then the repercussions of feeling like shit and not being able to get back to your like normal routine in life.
Yeah. And you can also like prep for those things if you feel like that event is going to have so much food. You could eat something healthy before, just so you don't feel as hungry. So at least you're not just like being ravenous. Yeah. For no reason.
Yeah, I don't understand how people like, I mean, I accidentally do this, but some people like purposefully like fast, and then eat their heart out, and I'm like, but that sounds so like counterintuitive. Like you're just
normally, because the food's bad too. Not bad, but like fun. Greasy, fun. It's fun food, so like
replace. My brain needs that.
It's hardly ever salads and veggies. It's like veggies covered in cheese and butter and all the bad
and oils
things.
And but yeah, if that conversation feels any way uncomfortable, just take everything said with a grain of salt. Also, next is managing work-life balance. This is like, I think, really hard, and I also feel like everyone kind of checks off or like checks out during the holiday season, where like
it's like
because it's so hard to be so in and out.
Like Thanksgiving, we were off 2-3 days,
but you have the weekend, so it's like almost a full like work week that you're off technically. And then some people take like an early Christmas or whatever, you take some days off, and then Christmas
is kids, Christmas break, Thanksgiving break. There's so much
going on that like I think it gets really stressful to come in and out of like work commitments, life commitments, and then like trying to feel still jolly.
I think it's helpful that like, I don't think this is the case for every job or every workplace, but like I feel like most people are very much on the like, yeah, take a breath. Like it's cool, no worries. Obviously there's things you can't just be like, take a breath.
It's totally
like that's not a thing. I'm not saying that that should be the case either, because there's things you have to get fucking done. But I feel like if you ask for a moment or if you took a week off, like there's just things that you in the back of your mind know that you're gonna have to get back to eventually. Like my brother was checking emails on Sunday night, and like I was checking emails on Saturday. Like I'm like, I'm just gonna get ahead. Like I have a moment right now where it's okay, and like it's gonna give me less stress later,
right,
to just take a moment now. So like I think there's ways to like balance that, because like at the end of the day, work is part of life, I guess. Totally. So it's not the end of the world to have to do something a little annoying to save future you, I guess. But yeah, I think if you don't have that support, it can be really fucking hard to be like, I'm jolly and great and happy.
Also work boundaries in general, just like making sure you're putting in your time off, or like communicating with your managers, or whatever it is that you need to do so that you set yourself up for success.
Still saving future you.
Saving future you. Remember future you is really counting on you in this moment to do that.
And like don't take 3 weeks off because you have it, and then you come back from the 3 weeks and you're like, fuck. Wow, things really piled up. Like, yeah, baby, you're almost gone a month. Not to say you can't do that, but I'm just saying, be mindful, depending on what your job is.
I mean, yeah. We already like discussed this, and this kind of like goes through all, if not most of the sections we just like discussed, but the importance of saying no and not feeling like guilt or shame behind it. It's hard. You're going to feel like the Grinch, saying no to things.
Like, oh, you don't want to go do this fun holiday thing? Like, no.
But you got to set your boundaries.
Yeah.
You can't be at everything. You can't do everything. And if you're sitting there saying, well, I'm going to try, you know what? That's fine.
You might be sick and your body might be fucking mad at you in 3 weeks. Just saying.
Just like, it's not going to be fun for anyone if you're not in the right headspace. So just remember that. And lean into when you want to say no. And not like out of spite or anything, but just because you're just not
there.
So yeah, the importance of saying no without guilt. Something to remember and practice.
I think we talked about traditions pretty thoroughly in last week's Glowing Hour, or a couple weeks ago's Glowing Hour. But I think in general, just like remembering that traditions obviously are important to each family, but like having your own traditions is also nice. Whether it's like every year for Christmas, I make everyone a card, a handmade card. I don't know, like whatever you want those traditions to be or look like that you, I don't know, like holding on to your own tradition also is nice because you don't have to fucking gather anyone. It's just a matter of me deciding I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
So yeah. And even if your tradition is like, I buy myself a pumpkin pie and I eat it all month or something crazy, I don't fucking know, right? But just whatever makes you feel good during the holiday season, what's going to make you happy and get through it.
Yeah.
Not that it needs to be gotten through. Ran through. The holidays are ran through. I don't know about you, but and then last, just practicing gratitude and mindfulness and just being grateful for what we have, and knowing that not everyone has the same level of family traditions, holiday experience as you. And I don't know, there's something to be said about looking around a room when you're gathering and be like, we did that. Yeah. Even if I'm mad at one of you or there's something awkward going on between us right now, like we made the effort to be here.
Yeah.
which, like, you know, it's what happens every fucking December, January, and then life goes on and everyone's like, what do you mean I'm fucking mad at her? Something crazy, I don't know. But
yeah,
just try not to do that next year. Try to move through the holidays and remember how grateful you are, or cut them out because they don't deserve you. I don't know.
yeah, so true. I think it's just like really trying to create like a sense of like knowing how privileged you are for like this space that you're in, and the experiences that you're having, and feeling grateful for the people that you have, and just I feel like when you reach that level of just being like, this is what's happening right now, I'm fucking grateful that I'm here. I feel like you kind of like become unbothered, and the holiday season then just becomes a little more enjoyable. But yeah, like I think creating the mindfulness for yourself in every step of the way through the holiday season is what's going to get you through it.
Yeah, I think even when you're stressed, being like, I'm glad that this is what I'm stressed about today. You know, like,
that's a big one.
The pie being done on time, this being together, my friend not coming, or this, whatever. It's like, you know what? I'm like blessed that this is even the issues that I'm being handed today.
I think that like the holiday season, not for everyone, but can become such a time to create complaints about the smallest inconveniences, and they really get to you because you're supposed to be fucking happy.
Yeah.
Even if you're not happy and you're feeling like, I just want to be complaining or angry about this one thing. Okay, do that, and then be like, but what does that do for the situation?
Like, I'm still choosing to go to this event, or make this food that I'm stressed about.
So then later when you get there, it's like, what was that for?
Yeah, it's always the worst, dude.
You just sit there and you're like, I didn't have to be mad.
I didn't have to be a little bitch to myself and everyone around me.
So just try to like be mindful about I think the way that you feel really affects the rest of the day,
and
everyone around you. And so
everyone's stressed about something during the holidays, all right?
Also, sometimes I like think I'm like, I sit there and I'm like, I'm really stressed about this stupid, I don't know, what would it be like, that I freaking forgot someone's gift, or like I didn't bring the bottle of wine that I had bought or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, and you're still sitting here with everybody you love. Yeah. Be grateful.
Yeah. Bitch. Literally, though. Literally. Sometimes you gotta be real nasty with yourself. I don't know if that's just an us thing, but it works. So maybe if for you thing, it's
nasty in a kind way. In a kind way.
Does it work for other people? Like that coddling energy to themselves? It's weird.
Some people
That's weird to themselves.
Maybe that's
like they're nice to themselves. Weird.
No.
That doesn't get me to listen, babe. You gotta yell at me. Downright rude.
Anyway.
Only me to me, though. You to me,
I'll cry.
Yeah, you to me is not gonna be.
Me to me, I still cry, but.
All right. Anyways, well, hopefully that episode gave you some fucking tips on getting through the holidays, and not just getting through them, but enjoying them.
That part.
Amen.
Let's hope we enjoy them, huh? To be fair, like, we're not fucking pros at this. We're taking the same advice that you're listening to right now, because, you know,
it's good reminders.
It's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. Deep breaths, everyone. Anyways, hope your holiday season is amazing. And if you know anyone who also stresses during the holidays, please share this episode with them. We'd love for everyone to just be happy during the holidays and feeling good. So don't forget to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, leave us a review, all the good things. Don't miss anything. And yeah, we'll see you guys in Blowing Out.